Hello. Hi. I'm Patricia McNeely from Twin Flame Body. I'm a Blu-ray Twin Flame in Chicago, Illinois. And today in this video, I want to talk to you about the energetics of the planet because we're seeing this on a large scale. A lot of people are aware that this is the wake-up call. This is Ascension. So I got a Blu-ray message for you. We're not done yet, although the wave that has waved through people will be done here in a couple of weeks. What that means is it's time to roll up your sleeves and really take this seriously. Or as I used to say years ago, what if you threw an Ascension and nobody came? Because I used to wonder, why did it seem like nobody else was really getting it, and why I would get these messages? I get the messages because I'm a Blu-ray. And that doesn't make me better. It makes me the person who has a message for you about your body. Start engaging your light body. You may not know how to do that. You may not even know what I'm referring to. But the entire structure has been completely restructured and is new. You have more than 7 chakras. You actually have more than 12, most of you. And there's other ones that have to get activated. So when I'm going to bring this back here to the planetary energy, you have had a connection to this planet. Many of you have had connections to other planets, and that is a big piece of what is happening here. You are coming in for a landing, and that's going to be a little bit weird. How does it get weird? Well, as we're seeing a lot of the body issues that are coming up for people. You're going to have ascension symptoms, and some of those you may not be able to tell from illness symptoms. So we call our planet Gaia. Gaia pertains to the feminine energy or essence of our planet, but there is a masculine side. The masculine side doesn't mean men, although many men are a part of it and have contributed to the conscious awareness of who we are, planetary, how we identify. And some people may not identify as being from Earth, and that's okay. Except the difference is you're here on Earth. In order to get back where you do feel you're from, you have to pay attention to upping your light body and making the subtle body connections that only you can do. So that requires a lot of things. It requires movement to break you out of your stagnation. It requires purging. It requires a different life and a different lifestyle. And that's something that not a lot of people are easily able to do. I had to do this like my life depended on it because it got that way for me. I knew years ago, even before I heard the word culmination life, I knew this is it. I have to do this and I have to get it right. And I really started paying attention in earnest. It didn't really matter to me who was attached to me at times because I many times felt like I was taking the wheel and I had to take charge of things. That served me well because that enabled me to get things into a movement and into a level where it's now easy to maintain. So that many of my connections with my other half, I've been able to assist with, and it's been a lot easier than it might have been. Now, that ease does not mean it was easy. It was far from it. It meant abstaining. It meant refraining. It meant breaking up with things. It meant that my family didn't know what was going on with me. It meant saying no to things. It meant a lot of things. But I'm also a part of that masculine energy of the earth, which we call Viva. Viva is Earth's masculine energy. So there is an energetic here that creates the electricity and the magnetism of Earth. It's a part of what contributes to the strong gravity here. And it's also a part of the energy that has been able to hold things in place, keep things steady. So when I say hold in place, lift it up, hold it there for a while, hold it steady, keep it in place. A lot of females have asked me, why are the feminine ascending and the men are doing nothing? Well, I got news for you. The men are not doing nothing. Many times they've been holding steady for just this time. So we knew this time would come, and yet we didn't know it was going to play out like this. So only Gaia has been lifted up so far. Now the Weeva energy, can be lifted up through her. It's time for you to join in earnest in your ascension. And I have very easy ways for you to do that. I strongly suggest that you get a subtle body energy session. If there's very deep issues, traumas, phobias, if you are suffering from panicky feelings, nerves, the jitters, you're feeling issues with your heart, with your solar plexus, if you feel a heavy energy in and around your chest or your heart, your liver, you should have a series of sessions with me, and I spell that out how it'll be so that it is user-friendly. There is also your spirit subtle body, which must be integrated individually by each person. So I am teaching that in my class, and I'm also helping people with that individually during sessions. How will you know about the masculine side of the energy? If you feel heavy, if you feel depressed, if you feel as though there's some weight on you, you feel cold, and those will not necessarily be COVID-19 symptoms. I just want to make you aware that those symptoms have something very specific, okay? Ascension symptoms are something different, and there's reasons for it, and it has a lot to do with the heaviness of the past. A lot of people are going to be talking about this because this is affecting everybody worldwide, but they may not know that ascension is here. You are here for ascension, transformation. Transformation doesn't just mean being a better person, although it does mean that. You cannot deny that you're supposed to be a better person. You're supposed to let go of bad habits. You're supposed to let go of negative emotions. But that's really hard for people, especially when stuff like this happens. Your fears will overcome your better nature sometimes. Transformation means like being the little animal, the caterpillar that goes into the cocoon and emerges as a butterfly. There is a metamorphosis that takes place. You're transforming your form. You're transforming the way that you do things. It's supposed to get easier and easier. And that was one of my beefs early on with my guides. I was like, there's got to be an easier way than the way we're doing some of this stuff. And they were like, okay, you're up. Let's, work together to hammer this out and make it easier. And I did, because I didn't want to go through all the slogging stuff. I wanted to get where I was going. So I have done that, and I have had blinders on to get me to the point where it's a place where it's peaceful. Like I said, I've had to say no to a lot of things. No to foods, no to people, no to the blandishments of the world, no to getting into quarrels and arguments, and walking and walking and walking till it feels like I'm trekking and trekking and trekking, and all of the other things that I've endured, such as what I call a pre-illness or a false illness, just so I can prototype my way out of it. There's a lot that I know, and there is a lot that you need to hear. I have roughly 400 videos out on so many topics. I've been put through just about every topic there is. Everything that, I would say majority of things, I don't claim to know everything, but I've had to reinvent and reinvent and yet again. And that's what some of you are doing. You are not just reinventing, you're transforming. You need to grab up your electric energy, your electric masculine energy to help you, to help your other half, because you are linked together, whether that is something that feels good to you. And if it does not feel good to you, time for it to feel better. Because if you're rolling around in this and you feel like you just keep bumping your head against the wall, you keep banging your head against the wall about, why this and why that, you're focusing too much on the human side of things. It's time to lift up so that the angelic side of you can get the attention it needs, the nurturance that you need, and actually the expansion that you need. This cannot happen unless you're able to expand. You cannot hold a higher love. Your heart cannot hold a higher vibrational love when you're kissing. And some of you who've kissed, you know what I'm talking about. There's a quickening there. There's like a quickening as though you could just take off out of your body. That can happen. That's what's supposed to happen in the privacy of your own home, not for everybody to view you. And that's one of the big curiosity points. How are we going to do this? How will people still be together? And there's a lot of answers. And I've given a lot of answers throughout all of the videos I do to lead. You can look at the titles of my videos and tell step by step what we've been doing. That's how pertinent it is. I don't have titles that are, trying to mislead you on something. I have titles that have been about many of the energy portals. Now, look, we're on the other side of a full moon. It's time to really look at your life and assess it. And many of us have time to do that now. What has happened is the train of men, whatever, people, this just an expression I'm going to use, the train of men has come to a complete stop. We cannot continue going down that direction, okay, because it's going to be exhausting. It will deplete. It's not sustainable. Okay, people like to use the word like, oh, sustainable living. That's not sustainable. The reason we're stopping, though, is there's a pause here so that you can gather the connections that you need. There are ways to do that. And there are necessities to do it so that you can continue to thrive. So I want to give you some ideas about what does the Weeva energy of Earth do? Okay, what has it done so far throughout history? Okay, and because the next step is resurrect your light body. I don't want this to sound overly religious. That's not what I'm meaning. What that means is bringing out your connections, putting them back up again so that you can get up and get to the place where you belong. An up level, whatever you call it, the new paradigm, up level, new level, the new ascended level, which is what I called it in my book that I wrote last year, because I started seeing this, how it was going to play out from a little more than 2 years ago. I have diagrams on it. If you want to see it, it's in there. I have the information you need to clear your inflammations, your skin rashes, your heavy feeling that isn't letting you breathe in. But I'm going to take you back into history here and talk about what is the electric masculine energy. Well, this is the go-getter energy. This is the energy when you have an inspiration. It's the part of you that actually goes out and is the doer energy. It enables you to do something about what you want to create, what you want to manifest. And this is a very active energy. It's proactive. And throughout history, that energy has helped keep things from being overly chaotic. For example, The feminine energy dreams it up, the masculine energy forms it and makes it structured. So this prevents a lot of chaos. Some of the structure has been organizations, unions, corporations, governments. Now, not all of it is bad, and in all honesty, people work in those places. There is the light in there. People who are the light and love work in those systems, but they've become a system, and those systems are supported from another level. That level is shaking it up to shake it out of people. We need this shake up so that we can reform things. And you might use the word reform, but we are reforming it, like taking the basic clay and making it into something better. I like to use the comparison of a house. A house that may have had bad wiring, you know, you like a fixer-upper kind of house. You look at some people and you're kind of like, well, are they fixer-upper? Is the plumbing still good? Is the wiring still good? Is the roof okay? Is, you know, are there termites in the walls? Has there been an electrical fire? And for some people, you're checking a lot of boxes like, yeah, they have this, they have this, they have that. Their basic structure is impaired somehow. What if I were to tell you that your light body helps you make those repairs? Your twin flame body helps you make those repairs. And I know this because I've lived through it, and boost you up so that from the fifth dimension, you are suspended so that you can be properly maintained, not from down there, from up here. So that electric energy means that you're simply pulling yourself up from wherever you've been. That's where I come in to help you with this. The Weeva energy is also the energy of like big events like such as in England, the Industrial Revolution, or global trading when Portuguese traders went to Eastern countries or Asian countries. It's also the energy of when, you know, years ago, China decided to close itself off because they didn't trust some of the people who were coming to trade, and then little by little started to trade. It's the energy of positive trade where you're exchanging goods, services, you're sharing crops, you know, whatever is produced here, it's brought over here. And a lot of this has to change for the better. So when we do this, we are the driving force of this because we tinge it with love. We overlight it with love. The solutions work through us as you come together and you you literally pull yourself together. Hey, pull yourself together. Dang it. How do you get that energy? It has to be done through your body in several types of movements and from another level. That is what I'm able to do for you. This is something that then becomes something that only you can maintain. So this is global and it is individual. It's for you. It's for the person you want to be with. It's for the person you should be with. And there's a lot of doubt out there about some of this because people are sometimes unsure. When large events like this happen, it affects the mind a lot, and then the emotions, and then you have to go back to basics. You have to go back to the love that you are and that God loves you and that you're here for an even better thing than you've had up until now. And if you've had bad things, you're here for better. If you've had good things, you're here for even better and better. So I do light body sessions. I do several types. The links are below. Click the links to read the description because if you have had really heavy things happen to you, you do need a heavier session. But I do them very reasonably in a series. It's well worth it. you are worth the investment because I over deliver. I always do. It is great expedient help. I've spoken to the sessions have been amazing actually. I've been helping people so that they can gear up to get back to work. Now, if we get enough people where you're ready and you're clearing, how would it be if we were able to clear some of this? How would it be if we were able to clear some of the fear so that that ripples out instead of the fear rippling in, we ripple out love. And, you know, I do these on a larger scale within my groups, and you could check it out. Look at the links below or email me. Some of you who have emailed me, I always get back to you, and it's in your favor. Everything is in your favor. I'm not going to say something that is out of the box for you. I focus on where we need to shift things so that you can feel better. That's what I'm all about. Getting people to feel better so that the things that you feel to bring, the things that you need to have in your life can start playing out for you. No matter what that is, if it's ancestral stuff, if it's inner child stuff, it does not take you 6 months to a year to do inner child stuff. We get that gone pronto. And the way that I do it is by using your new twin flame body connections. That's why it goes a lot faster. All of the stuff that troubles people's minds where you would say, oh, how many more years of the, no. Don't even go there. Start getting the body work. It's no different than getting your spine into alignment, going to a chiropractor. Although this is fairly new, it's very different than a, I read the heart. I read your high heart, actually, and not the mind, because the mind can be scattered with the troubles of the world. So thanks so much for watching. I do have a Blu-ray message for you. Keep up, do the body work. That is what makes a difference. Do my body work. That will make a huge difference in how you feel. In fact, it's a very rapid thing that happens for you, very positive. Don't trip around with, don't go into the fear mongering. I can't emphasize that enough. If you focus on fear mongers and conspiracies about, you're going to be so lost in this. But I'm going to remind you of one thing. What you put in your head, that's going to go play ping pong with someone that you love, someone who's supposed to love you. You're supposed to be feeling each other, not playing fear pong. Okay? So thanks so much. And if you are living with a karmic, if you have been in a position where you cannot leave, you have to live with a karmic, you can't break up your relationship or your marriage, I can help you with that also. In fact, I've written quite a bit about it in my relationships book because I knew this would be, I didn't know this would happen, but I have known that some people, for various reasons, wouldn't be able to move or move out or get the other person budged out of their life. There's a way to do things that is much lighter than you may even realize. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Reach out to me, let me know. twinflamebody@gmail.com. Thank you. Bye.